Hi there, I'm Andrea Koppel, and it's Time for Coffee, the podcast where you get to hear firsthand what the jobs and careers that interest you the most are really like. Hey there, Java junkies. How's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of T for C. So this week we are trying something a little different. First of all, we're dropping a new episode every day this week rather than dropping all 5 episodes on the same day on Mondays. That's the way it's been thus far. By the way, if you haven't already signed up to get the Java Junkies Journal, the weekly newsletter that highlights that week's upcoming episodes on T for C with fun facts and details about these episodes, please do so. Go to time4coffee.org and sign up. Thanks. Now for today's episode. Instead of featuring a different professional each day and dropping the entire episode by itself, we thought it would be fun to drop highlights from one of these interviews as a minisode or a K-cup. Haha, right? This is time for coffee. We got to keep that coffee theme going, right? So in this episode of T for C, grab the popcorn and, of course, your favorite caffeinated beverage, because it's time for a sneak peek behind the scenes of the film RBG about Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And we're getting our insider's view with none other than the film's director, Betsy West. So in this K-cup single serving from our longer caffeinated career conversation, Betsy shares some fun facts about Justice Ginsburg's superhuman stamina. One of the qualities that really blew me away about Justice Ginsburg in the film was her superhuman work ethic, even in her 80s.
Yeah. She's amazing. You'll see it in the film, how people talk about how hard she works. I mean, we had a couple of examples of this. We were filming her at the Santa Fe Opera Festival, where she goes every summer with her family. And she was going to go to 4 operas every single night. And the first night, that opera lasted till about 11:45. I mean, I was exhausted by then. 2 intermissions, they just go on and on. She was completely there for the opera. And then the second night, it was also a long opera. And the third night, it was a shorter opera she was going to. And I said to the marshal, it was a modern opera. It was going to end at 9:30. I said to the U.S. Marshal who travels with her, "Oh, an early night for you." He said, "Oh, no." Justice Ginsburg heard that it was over at 9:30, and she decided that we would go out for dinner afterwards. So she is a night owl, and she really pours it on. She's known at the court for being one of the first to get her opinions or her dissents out there. She is very hardworking.
Thanks so much for listening to Time for Coffee, where the professionals in the jobs that most interest you always have time to grab coffee 24/7, no matter where you live. I have one quick favor to ask you. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe to Time for Coffee. Thanks so much.